What the heck is going on in our world of our favorite hobby? What's going on out there? It's crazy. I'm reading articles every single day talking about this thing happening or that in gaming, right? In the thing that we do to escape, the thing that we do to enjoy a night at home, away from work, away from the family, just our thing, right? It's been co-opted. It's become a shadow of its former self, and I just finished reading these articles today, and I'm like, I am shocked at what this thing has become. And like anything out there that gets too big for its britches, it's gonna get slapped in the face and is gonna be humbled. And we're in that era right now. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Game Pass is a failure. I was a fan of Game Pass for many, many years. I always was pro Game Pass. I thought it was the best deal in gaming. Look, No Man's Sky, you got these big budget titles. You get these titles that at the time when it first came out, I did not have the money to buy these titles. But it was a really great entry point into getting into those things. But now what is it? Like the stuff that's on there is just junk. And now finally, Xbox has realized, maybe it was dying its last breath for the longest time. Asha Sharma comes in, everyone's all stoked on her. I don't know why. You know, maybe she's going to turn this thing around. But I've been a Xbox fan for a long time, and I'm now finally conceding defeat. I'm conceding defeat. I have all the other consoles. I got my PS5, I got my Xbox, got my Switch. You know, I got everything. And lately I've been playing more PS5 than I have been playing my Xbox, which is crazy because I never saw value in the PS5. I got it for a couple games, Silent Hill 2, Demon Souls, you know, this, that, and the other. But then over time, I was like, man, this actually has games. I'm not talking AAA slop either. The PS5 actually has games that you can play that are fun, engaging, and actually quite enjoyable. If you look off the beaten path. What does Xbox have really? Oh, man, it hurts to say that. It hurts to say, what is Xbox? What do they have to offer? Their heyday is behind them. They're lost. The consumer-friendly era of gaming is dead. I grew up in a time when Xbox first came out, right? Or N64 even, let's go back further. N64, PS1, Dreamcast, GameCube. N64 came out at $199 or $249 in Canada, I think it was. And then promptly, not long after, had a big old cut to, I think in the US it was $149 or whatever. I don't care about adjusting for inflation. $100 in 96, $100 today. The optics, right? No, what are we paying $800 for a console? For what? The returns are diminishing. The graphics are getting slightly better, but really a lot of the games that I play don't even rely on graphics or pure computing power. The games I enjoy are just fun or whimsical or take my mind off of what's going on in the world, and I can just relax to some goofy, fan servicey, whatever stuff. Or Stellar Blade. I love that game. But these companies are self-flagellating to the point of doubling down on the wrong decisions. They're not listening to the core audience of gamers who actually play these systems and who actually want them to succeed. These companies are doubling down on bad decisions. What am I talking about? Well, I can't say I disagree with some of these companies' studio closures. Some of them I do. I can't say I'm surprised by Bungie's layoffs. They were just doing bad decisions left, right, and center. Marathon? What are you thinking? It's not, who's it for? Sony with Concord, that's an old discussion, I get it. But what was that company? I gotta look this up really quick. What was that company that did Compulsion Games? These companies were doubling down on such a trend, such a virtue signal movement, that they put so much money into companies spending on a risk, on a game that was made for no one, made for people who were not buying games. They were spending money on virtue signaling, hoping that would get them some clout in the industry, in an industry that's been commandeered by bad decision makers, ideologists, types. Meanwhile, people like you and me are sitting there going, where's the games? Where's the games? Where's the fun, right? Why are we putting all this craziness into our entertainment? Figure it out. Figure it out. Microsoft isn't doing much better in general. I mean, look at them as a company. Look at their Windows platform, that thing is trash now. You know, I used to be a Windows fanboy. I used to talk smack about Apple nonstop. I have completely abandoned my Windows computer for Apple products because they just work. They aren't irresponsibly shutting down my computer for updates or making me wait or throwing ads in my face every 5 seconds for my OneDrive or something else. It's there, it works, and that's all I needed to do, and it does it well. You know, looking at how Microsoft treated its moneymaker at the time, Windows, I know now it's AI. They're putting all their money into AI. But looking at how they're treating their platform, it's like they're just saying, we don't care anymore. Hey, Apple, Linux, take the reins. You got this. We're just gonna not do much with this Windows thing anymore. And all these people who use it or are used to it are left wondering, what the hell are you doing, Microsoft? They're doing the same thing with Xbox. You know, as of right now, PlayStation and Microsoft have reported the worst sales numbers for their console in 25 years. Imagine that. Back then, the PlayStation 2 was on its way out, on its way in, I should say. People were waiting and holding off on that. So what do? They cut prices. Released the PS1, the little mini console. It boosted things, but what are they doing right now? They're raising prices on a, when did Xbox Series X come out? When did PS5 come out? Was it 2020? 19? Somewhere around that? I don't even remember. Time flies like that. 3 years I lost in COVID of just wondering, where did the time go? But like, tell me, why? Because of component prices? And now they're talking about bringing out a new console in the near future. Oh guys, we're making bad sales right now. We have to raise our prices. Let's release a new console, rumored at $1,000 or more. Mark my words, these new consoles, if they're talking like they're talking right now, if they're talking $1,000 per console, and we're gonna be moving through time when the RAM shortage or whatever else, which by the way is probably a big collusion amongst RAM, producers to raise the price. If they're talking about $1,000 now, in a year or two, mark my words, $1,200 easily. Guess what? I'm done. I'm done. GTA 5 was like one of the last straws for me. And now that's coming out towards the end of this life cycle of these consoles. And you're looking at a new console around the corner. Guess what's going to happen, guys? They're going to release another version next year or when the new console comes out. Slightly better graphics, slightly higher price tag because components and production. Do you see what's happening? They're controlling your decision making through hype. It's always been the case in marketing. I get it. But at this point, it's so blatantly obvious that you're being taken advantage of. Cut the shit. Don't be making new consoles at a time when people are struggling to put food on their table, which most are. The economy is in absolute, the toilet. It's a dumpster fire in Canada, thanks to whatever's going on in the government right now. Their priorities are not where they need to be. Our economy is trash. Our dollar is not worth anything right now. And they're talking Steam Decks, $1,200–1,300 Canadian. When GTA 6 drops and the massive surge of profits are coming through, and we knew this was happening when they started going more digital than physical. We knew this was going to happen when Best Buy started removing certain things from their shelves. We knew that they were going to soft launch digital only through a period of time and see how the profits stack up. See how much they can squeeze out of us. Don't tell me you're selling digital for the same price you're selling physical. You're being ripped off. And if you don't see it, that's on you. That's why I buy physical. At least I get something. At least I get ownership. Even if that thing has a slightly online component that requires a connection or some data downloads. I talked about this in my last video. A lot of people were passionate about how it's a dumb decision to buy physical. I disagree. And a lot of the games I play are not online DRM type games anyway. A lot of them are simple plug and play, fun games that AAA fanboys are too afraid to get into because it's not Call of Duty or some bullshit like that. Try and expand your horizons a bit. You know what, even better? Take your money that you're gonna spend on a new console, put it towards a high-end gaming PC that's gonna be future-proofed for a long ass time. What? At this point, I don't even know what the benefit of a console is anymore. At this point, I just don't see a need for them. PC, man. Well, try Linux if you can. Good old games, GOG, they're rocking my world right now with DRM-free games content. You can put that onto a hard drive, take that anywhere and play it. If you don't know about GOG, you should, and go check them out. Preservation is one of their main priorities. I respect that. I like that. And you should too. But until you fix your consumption habits, you're gonna be left there holding the controller in your hand with nothing to play, because these companies are pricing themselves out of the market until just a very few can afford it, or people are getting credit checks to do a monthly payment plan to get on an Xbox, for Xbox whatever the next one is going to be, and a PS6. Oh, can I put this on a payoff plan? Get my credit checked? Dude, make good decisions. Be financially responsible. Go for experiences. You know what you can do with $1,000 or $1,200? You can take a trip to Asia or to Japan and go and experience some of the most amazing customer service, food, exploration, countrysides. You can go anywhere. You can do all sorts of stuff with that. Memories that are going to last a long time. But if you want to take the route of a dying path, that's on you. I'm taking a step back. I'll be okay. You know why? Because I have a backlog so big, you can see that thing from space. I'm telling you, I'm good for a good decade. I don't need to play nothing for a long time. Anyway, it's your first time watching, hit that like and subscribe. Hype the video a little bit, it helps the channel. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this whole thing. I want to engage. My last video had such good engagement with you guys in the comments. I was so happy to just read every single one of them and reply to every single one of them. And join the Discord too. We can chat more there. Until then, guys, fix your habits or notice what's going on and be cautious. Shark Big signing off. Stay hard, stay wet.